My ass is out.
It's fine, I'm blocking it.
We're back again.
It's drannz. It's omleee.
And welcome to me,
Last night, I worked in the sun for 7 hours straight, and I thought I was gonna die. I had no water. I could not put sunscreen on.
You had no water?
Well, like, I had times where I was like, I know we're doing 2 May-Is back to back pretty much, but so much shit happened that we needed to talk about it. It needs to come out.
Let's dive into it.
I was bartending on Saturday night, and I had, of course, the rush happens at like, what, 11 o'clock? An hour before we closed, and I had these 8 rowdy gentlemen. First of all, it was actually just 2 of them, and they bought some drinks, and then 2 more came, and then 2 more came, and then I had 8 of them. So they got the sangria, and I was like, okay, like weird thing for a bunch of grown men to have, but like, I don't judge, whatever.
Pussy boys.
So I made 2 single sangrias because that's what they asked for, and then they were like,
No, we want the jug.
say that. I had another set of guys, 3 of them, who were ordering a bunch of shots. Meanwhile, I'm also helping out with the rest of the restaurant's drinks, and we had, unfortunately, thank God Darianne was not there. We had a girl, I was gonna say a young woman, but I mean, is she really a woman if she can't handle her booze?
Hey. Take offense.
There was a young lady who decided to vomit on the
She
table.
decided to vomit.
She decided to.
Wait,
it was
yeah,
her
like,
choice.
was it on the table? Like, I don't
table.
understand when people are just like, bleh. Like,
Yeah.
get up, clean yourself up, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so the girl had projectile vomited on the table.
I love it.
And the waft hit me as I was at the bar, and I was like,
What's that smell?
and I turn around, and my coworkers who were sitting at the bar, they're like, that girl just fucking...
Oh.
So Morticia is the hero of the night because she is the one who helped clean up the vomit and help fix my bar and get it clean and ready to go.
Ew, why is your wiener wet? And you put it on my toe!
Morticia's cleaning up, helping them, giving them a bunch of napkins, even gave them a Cambro to help, so if she were to do it again.
Get it in the bucket this time,
in the
bitch.
bucket. And you know what they decide to do? They just put all the napkins in there.
The pukey napkin?
Yeah, they're putting all the pukey napkins in it instead of making her, like, in
Let's
case
make a
she needs
soup.
it. Yeah,
Please
let's
throw up in
just
it now.
And then a few of them take her to the washroom. I'm like, okay, let's maybe call a cab, like get this girl out of here. Let's figure this out.
Like party foul, like if you throw up in the restaurant, it's time to go
It's
home.
time. It's calling it. Oh, time to go. Yeah. So I make them pictures of the sangrias, right? They have like probably this much left in their picture, and they're like,
Can we take these home?
Have you ever been in a restaurant before? Do you know any liquor laws whatsoever?
they're like,
Yeah, do you guys have like to-go cups?
It's liquor!
it's
like
liquor. So anyways, Puke Girl's back. She's now sitting upright, where she's just very like,
I need to sleep.
and I'm like, okay, do we all have safe rides home? Can I call cabs? Like, what can I do for you guys? The drunk mom is like,
Oh, she's just gonna drive everybody home.
Nah.
like, so she's so funny. Stand-up comedian, really. Encore. So good. Ah! The drunk mom is paying her $204 bill and says to the server,
You know, I'm so sorry, but I've just come into some real big money problems lately, and I can't afford to tip you.
Joke's on you, bitch.
joke's on you, bitch, because autograph was on the bill. Even though we told you, you forgot about it because you drunk. Tip is always expected.
And we have to clean up your puke.
Yeah.
There should be an extra auto gratuity.
There should be a cleanup fee.
30%.
If cabs have it, we should have it. So the guys basically were annoying till the very end, and they are my worst tippers for
This
sure.
one's my worst tipper too, but so I'm not going to tell you how much they tipped until the end.
Yeah.
I was closing and I had gotten a whole bunch of tables, but I was in a really good mood. Like, it was
Fucking weird.
I had this lady come in, she comes in by herself and she goes, I was like, okay, is it just for yourself today? And she's like, no, I might have someone join me later. I don't know yet. I'm like, all right. She kind of seems drunk and she seems very sad. I'm like, okay, come in, let's go. She orders a sangria right off the bat. I'm like, okay, cool, bitch, you need it. I need it too. She orders nachos and she goes, my friend will be here soon. I'm like, okay. Nobody shows up. I'm like, oh, maybe, I don't know what's going on, but I feel bad. And then so I'm dealing with, you know, my 7 other tables. And she's like, excuse me. The way she was explaining it, I was very confused. She was at first she's like, do you drive people home? I'm like, do I drive people home? Are you asking me to drive you home? Because I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I don't drive people home. No. She's like, I'm just gonna tell you straight up.
I need you to call my boyfriend and tell him to come pick me up.
I'm like, looking at her phone that's on. It has 90% battery. And she's like,
He's mad at me, as you can tell.
she has like 90 text messages to him.
And I need you to call, here's his number, and tell him to come pick me
And
up.
I'm like, this will be fun. Let's do this. So I
Okay.
ring-a-ding-ding this guy, and I'm like, hi there, this is Drannz from Ding-a-dong Ding Dong. Your girlfriend's here and she is intoxicated and she needs you to come pick her up. And he's like, what? Like, you can tell like he just rolled over and answered the phone. Hello, like that. And he's like, my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, she says, she asked me to call you so you can come get her. Like, come get her, we close in like half an hour. And he's like, my girlfriend, what does she look like? And I was like, am I calling a random right now? What the fuck? This is what I said. I was like, she's tall, she has black hair, and she looks very sad. Verbatim, what I fucking said. And he goes, what location are you at?
That was the
Yeah, yeah.
identifier.
That
Very sad.
So I tell him our location, and he goes, who am I speaking to? Darian. Yeah, goil. Drannz. And he goes, thank you, Brianne, I'll be there soon. My manager sees this guy come in and he's like staring at me and he's like, he brings him over to the table. And so we're like standing there like looking like, man, what the fuck? And he like looks at her because she's like sad. And he's like, bitch. And so I brought the bill because I'm like, I'm sure this guy just wants to go. I bring the bill and she goes, I need a 6 ounce. And I look at him and he's like, and I drop the bill and I walk away. Because I'm like, you need to go. Like, if you need me to call somebody for you, you need to go.
Yeah, you're done.
And so I do another round of my tables, come back, and she goes, hey.
Where's my 6 ounce?
And I look at him and he's like, I'm like, okay, so I bring her a 6 ounce, I bring her the new bill. She wants to do the payment right away, and her card gets declined 3 times. So while it's getting declined 3 times, you know, that takes another 10 minutes. And he goes, did you get my number from her? I was like, obviously. Obviously. How much did she drink? This is her 3rd glass. I was like,
Is he accusing you?
yeah! He's like, did I talk to you on the phone? Yeah.
So this was on Monday. Game was on, so we were actually pretty busy, but it was all campers. We had a, what is it with the drunk ladies? I don't know, because she only had 2 drinks at 2 doubles at our restaurant. This girl had work done. Like, she had boobies. She had cheeks done. She would look at slim. But you know, like the eyes, just time. Just straight time.
She hasn't gotten to the eyes yet. She's saving up for the eyes.
She's saving up for the eyes. This lady sits at the bar, and there's a group of like 6 younger rowdy gentlemen at 62.
And they're like, boobies!
So one of the guys from that table walks over to the drunk lady, and I'm watching the bar at the moment. I literally am at the POS station, and I hear, what's your name?
What's your name?
And then she's just like, what's your name? She's like, but he was like charmed, I guess. What are you doing tonight? She's like, what are you doing?
Ugh, romance.
And like, he like grabs her finger. So like, she's like, like holding her finger at the bar.
What are you doing? Alright, put that down. You fucking crazy bitch.
She disappeared, so I thought maybe they
They're
went to the
fucking in the
washroom.
bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I saw the guy at the table.
Fucking his friend in the bathroom.
So this, I was like, where did she go? Because previously, she had grabbed the glass and went to me and was like, can I take this outside? No. I was like, wait, I was like, is there alcohol in it? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, no. You have to keep it at the bar.
Like they're 6-year-old. You acting like a 6-year-old!
But she's yelling on the phone. She's like, what? Ah! she's doing that.
No.
She's making these weird. My bartender's like, you gotta like figure this out. I was like, yeah. Print off the bill and I but she's on the phone still, so I put it down beside her. Because previously I was like, you're gonna have to keep it down. This is a restaurant. You don't need to talk. You can go outside, but you can't do it in here. So she's just like. So this fucking bitch. She's finally off the phone and I'm like, you're gonna have to pay your bill now. She's like, why? I'm like, cause it's time to go. She's like, I don't wanna.
Do you need a timeout?
She's like, I don't wanna. I was like, okay, well, we're open for another like 5 minutes. So as soon as 5 minutes has passed, you're paying your bill and you're leaving. That's what's happening. So this gentleman walks in and I'm like, oh fuck, we're closed. Like, why? And then this guy, he comes right up to the bar to her. So this guy comes in, he's like, what are you doing? Talking to the girl. She's like, I don't wanna pay. And I have the machine and I've punched it in and I'm like, you're paying, it's happening now. And she's like, fine, I'll fucking pay, you fat fucking cow. Yeah, you fat fucking bitch, nah. And then he's like, she's not. She's not even close, she's fucking hot. So this, and I'm just sitting there smiling. I'm like, thank you very much. How about you pay your bill now? I'm like, let's just keep this going, why not? And then she's just like, fuck you, you fucking cow. She's such a fucking cow. And
How did you forget to tell me this story?
I don't know, I just remembered now. So this,
She's like pushing it down.
I'm pushing it down because it deeply hurts me. But this guy, he's just like, oh, I am so sorry. Like, I apologize. Like,
I would have been like, take your plastic and fucking recycle it. Jesus Christ.
fucking noise.
I'm a mean girl.
So then she says, and so things aren't like, they're making loud noises at her because she's drunk and she doesn't know what she's doing. She's like pushing. It's like, meh, and she's like, ah. So she throws the machine at me. She almost, like, she drunkenly throws it, so it doesn't really make it that far, but she
like,
yeah, but like she
I would
throws
be like,
it at
all
me.
right, 911, I've been shot.
I didn't.
I would have shit if I saw somebody do that to you.
Yeah.
I would have grabbed her fake titty and ripped it off.
So the guy he's like, oh my god. He's like, oh my no. And then I'm like, would you like to pay the bill now? So he pays. He's like, again, I'm so, like, she's like stumbling out and running. She's like getting out in a fury. She's like, no, and like running to the parking lot. I'm like, get hit, bitch. This bitch is gonna fucking boom right down on the pavement. I didn't.
Plastic bounces.
This is true, it does. It also doesn't biodegrade, so.
Oh yeah, she'll be here, but her eyes won't.
So the guy's like, oh, please don't lose any sleep over it. I'm like, you know, I won't, but it sure as hell you won't either. Because poor you, at least you have to fucking take that home.
Yeah, you have to take that home. I hope she sucks a mean dick.
She probably has to afford all that plastic surgery.
So yesterday,
Nah.
I come onto the patio. This lady comes up to me and a beautiful gentleman who's working with me. He comes up to me and goes, okay, so this lady says that there's gonna be 15 of them. I'm like, okay, yeah, 15, that's not bad. I'm like, we'll just split it. And he's like, yeah, cool. There was like 35 people on the patio. And like, not all of them were even sitting. Like, a lot of them were just standing because we did not have enough seats. So running things was like, excuse me, oh, just beside you. Oh, that's my foot. Ha, here you go. Like, for 4 hours, it was like that. And it was just, because I'd be like, does anyone want anything? Okay, you want one thing? Anyone else? No? Okay, run and go get that, come back. Oh, can I get this? For 4 hours. At one point, a gentleman who was at my table, he had been drinking Diet Cokes all night. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, can I get a vodka Diet Coke? I'm like, okay, maybe he only wants one drink. I'm like, that's fine. So I bring it to him and then he takes a few sips out of it and then he's like, oh, can you bring me another Diet Coke? I'm like, okay, maybe you don't want vodka anymore, I guess. So I bring him another one and then I can't see that drink anymore. I don't know where it went. But I see that there is a kid's table and he has there's a rocks glass on it that's empty.
Oh.
And I'm like, beautiful man, have you seen a girl drinking what looks like to be a small Coke? He's like, yeah, that one. And he points to her. I'm like, okay, she's clearly 16. Love it. Can't wait. But I'm like, I'm starting to get other tables on the patio as well now, so I'm like busy. And then I see her with a water glass and there's beer in it. Like, I'm trying to like go over there, but she knows that she's not allowed to be doing it, so she'll like put it down. Eventually, she's sitting down at the big boy table and there's a beer glass with beer in front of her and I'm like, is this your drink? And she's like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay. She said it's not hers, I can't just take it off the table. But I have told like the managers, I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure she's drinking it. And they're like, just take it off. I'm like, okay, but she said she's not drinking it. So then it comes to the pay-in. This is my best tipper, so I'll wait to tell you how much they tip. Okay, so they'd already paid. They wanted to get more drinks. And I'm like, okay, like they're really fucking drunk. Like I don't want to give them anything else. So I go over to go tell them that I can no longer serve them. And I see the underage girl take a sip of the beer. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna have to take that away from you and I am no longer allowed to serve you.
Fucking go off.
And they're like, oh, you can't serve us? I'm like, nope. Because of that, I can no longer serve you. The coworkers are like, did you ID her? I'm like, no, but she's not of age.
Yeah.
If someone tried to take my drink away, I'd be like, no, I'm of age. Here's my ID.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, okay, because I wanted them to feel bad, but I was also didn't know how to cut them off. So. Worst tippers first. We're ending off on a positive note. The fucking gardeners are here. So, worst tipper.
Worst tipper. Mine was the 8 guys at my bar. It was a $260 bill. So the bill was $260. So they pay me something in cash, and then they give me, they want to do the rest on debit. One guy is like, hey, make it $300. So it was gonna be a $40 tip. That's great. I was like, yeah, listen to that guy. He's like, yeah, don't worry, I got you. No one who says I got you. I put it in, it's like $44 was left, put it in the debit machine. The guy gives me $20 for all the shit I had to deal with for them.
Less than 10%.
Less than 10%.
My worst tipper is the dumb bitch who made me call her probably not her real boyfriend to come pick her up. She tipped me $5 on $55.
Damn, less than 10.
Hey, less than 10.
So I had the 3 other guys, and their bill was, so it was actually 180 something. So one guy paid 25 and then gave me $5 cash. But then his friends tipped, it was a $170 bill, like 100 something in cash. And then they did the rest on machine.
Oh, so scary.
I know, but they tipped me $60. So $60 on 170, I'll take it.
Mine is definitely like the best tipper I've ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
So the party, they were really demanding, but they kept saying thank you so much for being so understanding and being so great. And I was like, you could tell that they actually meant that. So the one guy pays for one of my whole tables, which was $389, and he gave me $120. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, duh! And I had to do like 4 of the payments, so I was like, I literally like grabbed his shoulder and he's like looking at me. I'm like, thank you. So yeah, that's our night of drunkos. The night of drunkos.
The night the drunk took over. The drunk, I'm gonna come up with one.
You fat cow! And remember,
Tip your motherfucking servers, bitch.